So what is going on, everybody? Fernando Silva here with another video, and today I'm going to show you what's probably going to be my favorite accessory for iPhone 13s, iPhone 12s, and that entire lineup of iPhones. Because I've been waiting for this accessory to come out for a very, very long time, and now it's here. So we're going to review the new MagEZ Slider 4-in-1 charger for your MagSafe compatible devices. And yes, Pitaka's side is called MagEZ, but it's still MagSafe compatible, and it still follows that same MagSafe kind of circular magnetic situation. But without further ado, let's review this thing because you guys are going to be very impressed with not only what it does, but the overall function and kind of how versatile this thing can be for everybody. As a nightstand charger, as a desk charger, as an on-the-go charger, and then it also breaks away and becomes its own kind of charger as we go along. But without further ado, let's check out this device because you guys might be wowed. Let's get it. So let's talk about this thing. This is Pitaka's 4-in-1 MagEZ Slider, like charging station, charging base, whatever you want to call it. And the first thing that it is, like I said, is a charging base. So it is a 4-in-1. There are two variants you can get. So you can get the variant which is without the Apple Pencil charger. So it's just this guy. It would have the wireless charger for your phone. It would have the wireless charger for your AirPods. And then it has a single USB-C port to plug in whatever you would like, whether it's another USB-C cable, USB-C to Lightning, USB-C to whatever it is. So this is just an open USB-C cable that does come if you buy it just like this. So it's not like they take away this USB-C port. So you still have the ability to add whatever cable you want in there. And then there is the additional accessory, which is kind of like a mobile Apple Watch situation, Apple Watch charger, which we've seen in the past. I know that Satechi has one, but this one's really cool. It's got that translucent look. It's dual purpose, so you can plug it into whatever you want as long as it has a USB-C port. It has a magnetic cover to make sure that you're always covered, and then when you don't want to use it or when you have the cover off of it, the other side is also magnetic so you don't lose that little cover. So as a charging station, it's actually awesome, right? So you just place it down. There is a little sticky portion on the bottom, and I will tell you guys, but sticking it on your nightstand after you take off that little piece where it lets it be sticky, just be careful with it. Like once you put it down, it's probably not gonna move too much. I've just kind of been moving it around for this review, but for the most part, it's staying on my nightstand. But what makes this charging station so unique, it's all the different functions that it has with it, right? So first off, like I mentioned, it is a charging station. It charges your iPhone wirelessly at 7.5 watts. It charges your AirPods at 5 watts wirelessly. And then it also has this cable, which gives you 18 watts of power pass-through if you want it. But then when you do plug in the Apple Watch charger, it's going to charge it at 5 watts so it doesn't overturn or overburn the battery inside the Apple Watch. And again, I'm using the Apple Watch Series 5, and it works perfectly fine. As long as you have, I think, a Series 2 or higher, you're going to be able to use this charger. But then the next awesome thing about this is that it's actually more than just one product, right? It has multiple different added products inside of here. So the first one, which is probably the best one in my opinion, is the fact that this actually slides out. So the MagEZ part slides out, and that's why it's called the MagEZ Slider, right? And then out comes a MagSafe Battery Pack. Now this MagSafe Battery Pack is 4,000 milliamp hours. It's not quite as high as the other Momax one that I did review the other day. That one's 5,000. And now this does give you 4,000 milliamp hours. I tested it the same way that I tested the Momax chargers. So I attached it to my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and then I let it on my nightstand. The iPhone 13 Pro Max was about 13% battery, and then when this thing was fully drained, I was at 74% battery. So I got about a 70% charge without using the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So I wasn't playing games, it was just on my nightstand, letting it charge. I'm sure if I was playing games or scrolling through YouTube or doing something else while I was charging, the final charge is going to be a little bit less, but overall, with a 13 Pro Max, which is the biggest iPhone that you can get with the biggest battery capacity, it gives you about 70 to 75% charge, I would say, somewhere around there. And again, after about a week or 10 days of use, it has not overheated, the magnets are still very, very strong, and it works exactly how it's supposed to, which is a MagSafe battery pack. And they've really thought of everything with this power station, right? Because when it is in nightstand mode, you just plug it in as a normal nightstand mode. It's still a MagSafe nightstand charger and MagSafe compatible. But then if you're on the go, or if you know you're gonna go all day, like for instance, yesterday I was in New York City, I went the entire day, so I took the MagSafe battery with me and left it attached there because it really isn't that bulky. It fits the aesthetic that Pitaka likes, which is everything done with aramid fiber, which is on their cases, on all their products. That's what they're known for. So it fits the aesthetic perfect, and it's really not that thick. I'm actually gonna show some B-roll comparing the width and the overall size and the footprint of it compared to the Momax. The Momax is thicker and it is a little bit heavier. The Momax does have 1,000 more milliamp hours than this one, but it is thicker and it also has that kind of little stand on the Momax. This has one function, and the one function is that it is a MagSafe battery pack. No stands, no other gimmicks, nothing else. It's just your MagSafe battery pack to get you that nice little trickle charge if you're coming to the end of the day and you're on that 20% battery and you know you need a couple hours more with your iPhone. So when I got home, all I had to do was, with the MagSafe battery pack on the iPhone, just slide it right back into the MagEZ Slider, and I was good to go. So I was charging my iPhone and charging the MagEZ Slider power brick at the same time. So having that functionality and kind of that ecosystem working together, I love to see it. Especially out of a freaking nightstand or like a power station, they've thought of everything. So then product number 2 on this thing has to be that Apple Watch charger. So the Apple Watch charger does fit in perfectly with this power station, but think about it, you can take it off, right? If you don't want to take the whole power station with you and you want to take an Apple Watch charger because you're going to be gone for an extra day or something like that, an overnight trip, you just take that Apple Watch charger off, put the magnetic clasp on top of it to protect the port, and then you just put it wherever you want. So you can plug it into any USB-C capable device. So I've plugged it into my iPad Pro, I've plugged it into my MacBook, I've plugged it into power bricks, and it still works just like any other Apple Watch charger. It's just not on the actual power station. So that's product number 2 on there. And then you can see that on the back, it does also charge wirelessly your AirPods, whether they're AirPods 2, AirPods 3, AirPods Pro. It all works perfectly on there. And then you can see that it does come with a little magnetic kind of like shelf, you would call it. And it is movable. So if you do have AirPods Pro, which are a little bit shorter in terms of height, you're gonna wanna get that AirPods Pro a little higher to make sure that the charging coils match up. So they take that into account with 2 separate magnetic sections for that shelf. Because if you have your AirPods 2, those are actually a little bit taller than the AirPods Pro. The wireless coil is in a different spot, so you lower that magnetic shelf a little bit to charge your AirPods 2. So I think that they've thought of literally every single little functionality that you can think of to make sure that you get the best charging experience either on your nightstand, on your desk, or even on the go, which is beautiful to see. And then one of my favorite things about this is just the overall footprint of it, right? I used to have a Pitaka 6-in-1 charger, and it was a big platform, and I have a small nightstand. So using that every single night, I literally couldn't fit anything else on my nightstand pretty much. But this, the footprint being so small and being able to charge all your 3 Apple devices is a beautiful thing to have. The one thing that I do want to bring up is that it is sitting on kind of a lazy Susan, is what you call them, a kind of like rotational thing. So once you do place it on your nightstand or wherever you're going to place it, this actually rotates a full 360 degrees. And then the actual USB-C cable is on that rotational pivot. So the USB-C port doesn't move, but the entire charging station does move, which is a pro and a con because the first thing is, yes, it's versatile. It can face any direction. You know, you can have your phone facing you at all times if you need to like turn off your alarm in the morning and things like that. But at the same time, when I try to put my Apple Watch charger on there, sometimes it does move. So like putting it on there and this being totally movable is kind of annoying. So I have to like hold the backside to plug in the Apple charger and things like that, or the Apple Watch. I do wish that I could like push down to like lock it in place. And maybe that's a function that is there, but I just can't seem to figure out how to do it. But overall, that's the one little tiny con that I see with it, is just the fact that it does move 360 degrees and it doesn't kind of stay put. I wish I could actually just push down, because it sounds like you can push it down and then maybe lock it into place. That would be the last little function that I want out of this power station. But overall, absolutely love what Pitaka is doing. I've been waiting for this one for a very long time, and this is gonna be my nightstand charger for some time to come. But let's finish up this video and give it my overall summarizing thoughts. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video, everybody. Like I mentioned in the video, I believe that this is the actual first true 4-in-1, because normally when you see a 3-in-1 or a 4-in-1 or a 10-in-1 charger, it just means that there's extra ports in there so you can plug in more cables to charge more devices at once. But this one, yes, it's a 4-in-1 and it is a charging station, but you guys saw you can remove the MagSafe battery to use as a portable battery whenever you're on the go. You saw that you can remove the Apple Watch charger so you can plug it into any other USB-C compatible like port or plug and use that wherever you see fit. If you want to use it on your iPad, if you want to use it on your MacBook Air, whatever the case may be. And then you saw that on the rear, you can actually adjust depending on what you want to charge, whether it's AirPods 2 or AirPods Pro or the new AirPods 3, you can move the little magnetic slider so you get the perfect fit for wirelessly charging that device. So overall, I'm extremely happy with this MagEZ slider. I wish it was a little bit cheaper because it does run for $180 with that Apple Watch attachment. I think you can get it cheaper for like $120 or $130 without that Apple Watch attachment, and then just have a USB-C port to plug in whatever you want. But overall, I'm extremely happy with it because if you think about it, yes, it's $180, but you get a MagSafe battery pack that you can move on the go. You get a 4-in-1 charger. You get a dedicated Apple Watch charger that you can also move around whenever you want. So overall, I think it's a great buy, and if you justify it that way, where it's multiple products in one product, then you'll be good to go. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know that you made it to the end. If you guys want to watch some more accessory videos on iPhone stuff, iPad stuff, click on one of these videos right here. But until next time, everybody, I'm out.